industry talk, there's a lot of people who, who have worked for him. There's been stories around, which is, not necessarily unusual.
That this is the end of the Diddy story, as we know.
Seen Diddy Combs, once a towering figure in the world of music and entertainment, now finds himself embroiled in a legal tempest that seems to deepen with each passing day. Known for his empire-building success, larger-than-life persona, and messages of love, empowerment, and ambition, Diddy's fall from grace is nothing short of shocking. The heart of this controversy lies in a series of serious allegations of misconduct, accusations that have emerged from multiple individuals, some of whom are prominent figures in the industry, adding further fuel to a fire that is quickly spiraling out of control. For years, Diddy was revered not only as a visionary entrepreneur, but also as a symbol of resilience and achievement. His rise from the streets of Harlem to global stardom was a story of grit, determination, and undeniable talent. With his involvement in the careers of some of the biggest names in music, including the likes of Notorious Big, Mary J. Blige, and Usher, Diddy established himself as one of the most influential figures in the entertainment world. His label, Bad Boy Records, was synonymous with success, and his personal brand became a reflection of the very ideals he championed: love, unity, and victory over adversity. However, the recent cascade of accusations against Diddy paints an entirely different picture, one that has stunned fans, critics, and industry insiders alike. Multiple individuals have come forward with shocking stories of abuse, mistreatment, and misconduct during their time working with the mogul. The nature of these allegations varies, but what remains consistent is the high-profile nature of those involved, many of whom are industry veterans and former collaborators who once praised Diddy as a mentor and friend. To make matters more complex, there are rumors of hidden videos and whispered secrets, fueling suspicions that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Celebrities, some of whom have long been associated with Diddy's meteoric rise to fame, have reportedly been drawn into the scandal, either by association or through more direct involvement in the events surrounding the allegations. As details continue to emerge, the questions only grow louder. How did a man who once embodied success and positivity become the central figure in what could be one of the most explosive scandals Hollywood has ever seen? As the legal storm intensifies, with lawsuits and investigations continuing to unfold, the entertainment world watches with bated breath. What once seemed like a model of triumph and prosperity has now become a tangled web of accusations, legal battles, and intrigue that has Hollywood, and beyond, on edge. The story is far from over, and its consequences could reverberate through the entertainment industry for years to come.
Lions described NBC as hell, as the worst conditions.
The latest twist in the ongoing saga surrounding Seen Diddy Combs has drawn none other than Jennifer Lopez, one of his most famous ex-partners, into the storm. Reports have surfaced suggesting that Lopez, who was in a high-profile relationship with the mogul between 1999 and 2001, has been named as a key witness in a case that accuses Diddy of being involved in deeply troubling activities. According to legal filings, Lopez's involvement stems from allegations that she may have been aware of certain disturbing actions during their time together, but chose to remain silent about them. The claims are centered around a disturbing video that reportedly shows Diddy engaged in inappropriate behavior with another individual. Sources suggest that Lopez was made aware of the tape during their relationship, which, according to the allegations, was part of a broader pattern of unsettling behavior. This particular video, along with others that have been dubbed freak-off recordings, has now surfaced as part of an ongoing investigation into Diddy's conduct. These recordings, believed to be tied to his personal life, have reportedly been handed over to authorities as evidence. The involvement of Jennifer Lopez in this case adds another layer of complexity to an already tense and high-profile scandal. As a global superstar with a career that has long been intertwined with Diddy's rise to fame, Lopez's testimony carries significant weight. The question of why she remained silent, despite being reportedly aware of the situation, is sure to be a focal point in the ongoing legal proceedings. Critics and fans alike are left wondering what this new revelation means for the broader narrative surrounding Diddy and his actions, and whether Lopez will be compelled to speak out in court. Lopez's role in the case is still evolving, but the sheer magnitude of the situation has already cast a long shadow over both her and Diddy's legacies. With both of them being central figures in the entertainment world, their personal histories and the potential fallout from these revelations are sure to keep Hollywood on edge as the investigation continues to unfold. As more details come to light, the story of Diddy's alleged misconduct and Lopez's involvement has the potential to reshape their public images and ignite further controversy in the months to come.
You know, I mean, look, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, but...
The mystery surrounding the tapes linked to seeing Diddy Combs has taken an even darker turn, with sources close to the case revealing chilling details about their contents. These recordings, stored on flash drives, are said to document private gatherings hosted by Diddy, events that are now under intense scrutiny by investigators. Described as lavish yet deeply disturbing, these gatherings allegedly included a mix of celebrities, employees, and various guests, all of whom participated in what insiders are now calling a pattern of behavior that ranges from outrageous to outright shocking. The tapes themselves, reportedly filled with evidence of inappropriate conduct, have sent ripples through the entertainment industry, casting an ever-growing shadow over Diddy's public image. According to reports, the recordings were handed over to authorities by Courtney Burgess, a former associate of Diddy's late ex-partner, Kim Porter. Burgess claims that Porter had entrusted him with the tapes shortly before her tragic passing. In an attempt to protect herself from what she feared were dangerous repercussions, Porter reportedly began documenting what she knew, fearing for her life in the process. Burgess has confirmed that the tapes provide critical evidence that could potentially be pivotal in the ongoing investigation into Diddy's actions. Adding further intrigue to the situation, Jennifer Lopez, Diddy's ex-girlfriend and a prominent figure in the entertainment world, has also been linked to the case. A photograph taken at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards has resurfaced, showing Lopez in what appears to be a heated exchange with Diddy. This photo, combined with the events of that night, is now under investigation as part of a broader lawsuit alleging misconduct involving Diddy and another high-profile figure, Jay-Z. Though Lopez herself has not been accused of any wrongdoing, her presence at such pivotal moments raises important questions about what she might have witnessed during her relationship with Diddy. Some critics speculate that Lopez may have valuable insights into the events surrounding Diddy, while others argue that she is being unfairly dragged back into a scandal she left behind nearly 2 decades ago. The resurfacing of this photo and the connection to the lawsuit only adds fuel to the already burning controversy. The public and media are left questioning whether Lopez, a woman who has built her career and reputation on her strength and resilience, will choose to speak out or remain silent. With the stakes now higher than ever, the entertainment world anxiously watches as these new revelations unfold, knowing that the implications of these tapes and Lopez's possible involvement could alter the landscape of celebrity culture in ways no one could have predicted. As the investigation moves forward, the line between what was once private and what is now public continues to blur, leaving many to wonder what the final outcome of this explosive case will be.
I've never met Diddy a day in my life, but when you do wrong, it comes back on you. So none of us should be.
As the legal storm surrounding Seeing Diddy Combs continues to intensify, the allegations against him are rapidly multiplying. Among the most high-profile cases is that of Cardell Smith, who claims to have been victimized by Diddy at a private gathering in the late 1990s. Smith's lawsuit, which has already captivated public attention, has taken a surprising twist by naming Jennifer Lopez as a potential witness. The lawsuit suggests that Lopez's relationship with Diddy during the early 2000s could provide crucial context to the mogul's alleged behavior during the period in question. According to Smith, the connection between Diddy and Lopez during this time could shed light on a pattern of misconduct that he claims was deliberately hidden and obscured. In his lawsuit, Smith alleges a series of disturbing actions, including threats, manipulation, and an orchestrated effort to suppress the truth about what happened at the gathering. He argues that Diddy took steps to intimidate him into silence and cover up the incident, a claim that has added fuel to the growing fire of accusations against the mogul. While the details of Smith's allegations remain a closely guarded secret, the gravity of his statements, combined with the public nature of the case, has thrust Diddy back into the spotlight in a way that few could have anticipated. Diddy's legal team has been quick to dismiss these allegations, fiercely denying any wrongdoing and branding the claims as baseless and untimely. They argue that the accusations are being raised far too late and that there is no merit to the claims Smith is making. However, despite the strong defense, the case has done little to quell public curiosity about Diddy's past and the potential extent of his alleged misconduct. As the case unfolds, many are left wondering how much more remains hidden and whether more individuals will come forward with similar accusations. Smith's case has reignited public interest in Diddy's personal and professional history, prompting many to scrutinize the events and relationships that have shaped his rise to fame. With every new twist and turn, the mystery deepens, leaving the entertainment world on edge as investigators and legal teams dig further into the mogul's past. As the weight of these allegations continues to mount, the question looms larger than ever. How much more is yet to be uncovered about Diddy's life behind closed doors?
Controlling, yes he is. Will he put his hands on a female? Yes he will. Will he put his hands on a male producer or anything? Yes he will.
In a dramatic new development, an alleged memoir by the late Kim Porter has surfaced as a critical piece of evidence in the growing scandal surrounding scene Diddy Combs. According to sources close to the case, Porter's writings reveal troubling accounts of Diddy's behavior over the years, particularly in his treatment of those around him. These revelations have cast an even darker shadow on Diddy's reputation, with Porter's confidant, Courtney Burgess, claiming that the memoir, along with a series of 8 incriminating recordings, exposes a disturbing pattern of control, manipulation, and intimidation. Burgess, who has been closely involved in the aftermath of Porter's passing, asserts that these recordings provide clear evidence of Diddy's efforts to maintain power over individuals in both his personal and professional spheres. Some of the recordings, Burgess claims, include conversations and interactions with prominent figures from both Hollywood and the music industry, many of whom were unaware they were being filmed. The shocking nature of these revelations has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, sparking fears of a much broader scandal that could ensnare multiple high-profile figures. The implications of these recordings are profound. As the tapes are scrutinized by authorities, whispers have begun to spread about other well-known personalities being implicated. Though the exact roles of these individuals remain unclear, reports suggest that some of the biggest stars in the world could be involved, either through direct participation or by association. The growing concern is that the scandal may extend far beyond Diddy's personal life, potentially implicating some of the most celebrated figures in the industry. While the full contents of the memoir and recordings have not yet been disclosed, the mere existence of such explosive material has raised the stakes in the ongoing investigation. With each new revelation, the scope of the case expands, and the entertainment industry braces itself for the fallout. Questions continue to swirl. Will more individuals come forward to expose their own experiences with Diddy, or is the scandal only just beginning to reveal its true extent? The memoir and the tapes are fast becoming central to the story, and as they inch closer to the public eye, the consequences for those involved are bound to be far-reaching.
Depends on Diddy's situation, the individual facts of each case.
The alleged contents of Kim Porter's memoir have ignited a firestorm of speculation, with insiders suggesting that the manuscript could contain explosive revelations about scene Diddy Combs and his interactions with both colleagues and celebrities over the years. According to reports, the memoir paints a detailed picture of Diddy's behavior, offering insights into his personal and professional relationships, some of which could have far-reaching consequences for his empire. Courtney Burgess, Porter's confidant, has reportedly told investigators that Porter had intended to use the memoir as a means of self-preservation. Fearing that Diddy's powerful reach could silence her permanently, Porter allegedly wrote the manuscript as a form of insurance, documenting her experiences in an effort to protect herself from potential retaliation. What makes the potential contents of the memoir even more startling are the claims that it includes accounts of how Diddy allegedly leveraged his vast network of connections with influential figures to maintain control over his empire. Insiders suggest that Porter's writings could reveal how Diddy used his influence not only within the music industry, but also within broader entertainment circles to secure his power and ensure his dominance. If the memoir is authentic, It could serve as a roadmap of Diddy's actions over the years, offering a rare glimpse into how deeply his influence extended and the lengths to which he may have gone to protect his interests. The implications of the memoir's contents are enormous. With Diddy's vast network of business partners, collaborators, and industry insiders, the revelations contained within the manuscript could expose the inner workings of one of the most powerful figures in entertainment. From his rise to fame in the 1990s to his dominance in the 2000s and beyond, the memoir could potentially shed light on key moments in Diddy's career and his relationships with some of the biggest names in music and Hollywood. As investigators continue to probe the validity of these claims, the possibility of the memoir being made public has only intensified interest in what it might reveal. At the heart of the speculation lies the question of whether Porter's memoir is truly a comprehensive exposé or simply an attempt to protect herself in a situation she feared was spiraling beyond her control. Either way, the potential fallout from these revelations could rock the entertainment industry to its core. With the stakes higher than ever, both Diddy's defenders and critics are bracing themselves for what could be a game-changing moment in the ongoing investigation. If Porter's memoir is released and the contents are verified, it could change the narrative around Diddy's career, his influence, and his legacy forever.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on.
The mystery surrounding Kim Porter's alleged memoir has taken an even more intriguing turn with claims that the manuscript includes references to secret meetings with unnamed Hollywood executives. According to Courtney Burgess, Porter's confidant, these meetings were allegedly focused on situations in which Diddy sought to smooth over potential controversies or, more troublingly, coerce others into silence. The meetings, as described by Burgess, hint at a broader effort to control the narrative surrounding Diddy's actions, using his powerful network of connections within the entertainment industry to suppress damaging stories before they could emerge. While the names of these executives have been redacted in court documents, speculation is running rampant about who might be involved. Insiders are eager to connect the dots and uncover whether some of the industry's most influential figures played a role in enabling or ignoring the alleged behavior behind the scenes. This possibility of high-level complicity in Diddy's alleged actions has sparked considerable concern throughout the entertainment industry. If these meetings and their contents are verified, they could expose a network of powerful individuals who, knowingly or unknowingly, allowed these situations to persist or even helped to cover them up. Such revelations could lead to further legal challenges for those implicated, particularly if it's determined that they either facilitated or chose to overlook the alleged misconduct. As speculation mounts, industry insiders are bracing themselves for the potential fallout, with many fearing that this case could trigger a much wider investigation into the darker corners of Hollywood. Meanwhile, the pressure is mounting on Diddy's inner circle, as former associates reportedly express growing fears about being swept up in the investigation. Sources close to Diddy's camp have hinted at a growing sense of unease, with some individuals quietly cooperating with authorities in an effort to distance themselves from the mogul. One anonymous source close to Diddy's team claimed, "People are flipping left and right as they scramble to protect their own reputations." This growing exodus of loyalty from Diddy's camp could prove to be a turning point in the case. If more individuals come forward with first-hand accounts, evidence, or details that further corroborate the allegations against Diddy, it could significantly shift the trajectory of the investigation. The widening scope of the case is becoming clearer with each passing day, as more figures within Diddy's orbit appear to be reconsidering their allegiance. This shift in loyalty, combined with the mounting pressure from the ongoing investigation, suggests that the case may be far from reaching its conclusion. As new details continue to emerge, it's becoming increasingly evident that the revelations surrounding Diddy's past are just the beginning. With every layer that is peeled back, the implications grow more significant, and the entertainment industry is left to wonder just how far-reaching this scandal could ultimately be. The next phase of the investigation promises to be even more explosive, and many are watching closely to see which individuals, if any, will come forward to expose the truth.
You're in a kind of industry like rap, hip-hop, music industry in general, the secrets around working for a label.
As the investigation into Scene Diddy Combs deepens, the focus has broadened to include not only the mogul himself, but also those closest to him. His inner circle, former employees, and associates. Many of these individuals are now coming forward, some for the first time, to share their experiences working under Diddy's influence. Their accounts have added further layers to the complex web of allegations, shedding light on a darker side of the music mogul's empire that had previously been hidden from the public eye. One of the most compelling testimonies comes from Tina Wallace, a former party planner who worked closely with Diddy on numerous events. Wallace has spoken publicly about what she witnessed at some of Diddy's infamous gatherings, describing scenes that she found deeply troubling and far removed from the glamorous soirees they were often portrayed as. According to Wallace, many of the people present at these gatherings appeared to be vulnerable and, at times, outright mistreated. Her account paints a stark contrast to the polished image of opulence and excess that Diddy has cultivated over the years, rather than the carefree parties and lavish celebrations that have been portrayed in the media. Wallace's recollections suggest an atmosphere of discomfort, manipulation, and exploitation. Wallace's testimony adds another critical layer to the growing narrative that these events were not the celebratory spectacles they were made out to be. Instead, her account suggests that they were, in fact, environments where power dynamics were used to control, manipulate, and mistreat those who attended. Wallace's vivid description of what she witnessed paints a picture of gatherings where certain individuals were made to feel vulnerable or threatened, unable to speak out or escape from the uncomfortable situations they found themselves in. As more former employees and associates come forward, the collective accounts are further shaping the public's understanding of the environment Diddy allegedly fostered within his inner circle. With each new testimony, the picture grows more complex, and the scope of the investigation expands. These revelations are offering a rare glimpse behind the closed doors of one of the entertainment industry's most powerful figures. And the growing number of individuals willing to speak out suggests that the full story is far from over. The mounting testimonies from former insiders like Wallace serve as a powerful reminder that the glittering world of celebrity often conceals hidden darkness. As the investigation continues, it's becoming increasingly clear that the narrative around Diddy's rise to fame may need to be re-examined in light of these new, troubling accounts. With more individuals potentially coming forward in the coming weeks, the question remains: how many more pieces of this puzzle are yet to be uncovered?
Sounds like a very toxic work environment. What is your take on that?
Toxic, but just, I mean, this is illegal behavior. You cannot put hands, this is battery, it's criminal battery.
Legal experts are increasingly suggesting that the sheer volume of allegations against Scene Diddy Combs could make it nearly impossible for him to mount an effective defense without addressing the broader scope of his actions. While Diddy's legal team has steadfastly maintained his innocence, the mounting evidence, including financial records, travel logs, and the growing number of witness testimonies, indicates that investigators are building a comprehensive and compelling case. This evolving body of evidence paints a detailed picture of Diddy's alleged actions, leaving little room for him to avoid facing difficult questions about the extent of his influence and the behavior that has been called into question. Prosecutors have reportedly conducted in-depth interviews with dozens of individuals who have first-hand knowledge of Diddy's conduct, with more expected to come forward as the trial date approaches. This swelling list of witnesses, many of whom have worked closely with Diddy or witnessed the alleged events, is poised to play a pivotal role in the case. As these individuals recount their experiences, the prosecution is building a narrative that could potentially implicate not just Diddy, but also others within his inner circle, further complicating the mogul's defense. The inclusion of financial records and travel logs in the investigation is especially significant, as these documents are expected to provide a clear timeline of Diddy's whereabouts and activities during the periods in question. These records could offer crucial evidence about the events and interactions that are central to the case, potentially corroborating the testimonies of those who have already come forward. As investigators continue to piece together this puzzle, the weight of the evidence is beginning to mount, creating a pressure that Diddy's legal team will likely struggle to counter without engaging with the broader implications of the allegations. The more the investigation unfolds, the clearer it becomes that this is no longer just about individual accusations, but rather a larger pattern of behavior that stretches across years of Diddy's career. As more witnesses are interviewed and more evidence is gathered, the pressure on Diddy to address the full extent of his actions is intensifying. With each new development, the case against him appears to grow stronger, and many are beginning to wonder how long Diddy's legal team will be able to maintain their stance of denial in the face of such overwhelming evidence. As the trial date looms ever closer, legal experts predict that the mounting pressure will force Diddy to make difficult decisions about how to approach his defense. The stakes are incredibly high, not only for Diddy's personal freedom, but also for the potential fallout that could reverberate through the entertainment industry. If the evidence continues to build as it has, this trial could be one of the most significant legal battles in the history of the entertainment world, with implications that could reshape Diddy's career and the industry's view of him forever.
It's impaled right now, and that those people that did not talk then, they will be compelled to talk in a...
One of the most startling aspects of the ongoing legal saga surrounding Scene Diddy Combs is the suggestion that his infamous gatherings were attended by a number of high-profile individuals, some of whom may now find themselves under intense scrutiny. As the investigation continues, the names being floated as potential witnesses or even implicated figures span a wide range, from Hollywood A-listers to music industry icons. This has created a feverish atmosphere of speculation, as the public and media alike eagerly try to connect the dots and determine who might be entangled in the growing scandal. One of the most frequently mentioned figures in this web of rumors is Jay-Z, a longtime collaborator and associate of Diddy. The rapper and mogul has been forced to publicly address his name's association with the controversy after reports surfaced suggesting his possible involvement in the incidents outlined in the lawsuit. Jay-Z has vehemently denied any participation in or knowledge of the alleged activities. In a public statement, he dismissed the claims as nothing more than a baseless attempt to tarnish his reputation and bring down his legacy. Jay-Z made it clear that he was not only innocent, but also frustrated by the unfounded nature of the accusations. In his statement, Jay-Z went as far as to challenge the accuser's attorney, urging them to file criminal charges if the allegations were true. This bold move underscored his commitment to defending his name and clearing his involvement in the matter. He expressed his outrage at being dragged into a situation where he has no involvement and strongly rejected any attempts to tie him to the accusations swirling around Diddy. Despite his denials, the mere mention of Jay-Z in connection with the case has further fueled public curiosity and speculation. Given his long-standing relationship with Diddy, his influence in the music and business worlds, and his proximity to the entertainment elite, the question of whether Jay-Z had any awareness of or involvement in Diddy's alleged behavior continues to dominate conversations. His public challenge to the accuser's attorney also raises questions about the broader implications of these accusations, suggesting that the legal battle may escalate to new levels as more prominent names potentially come under fire. While Jay-Z has forcefully rejected the allegations, the ongoing investigation and the increasing number of people coming forward with their testimonies mean that the scrutiny on his role in these events is far from over. The atmosphere surrounding the case has shifted, with some wondering whether more high-profile figures will eventually be implicated as the investigation deepens. As the legal drama unfolds, the spotlight on Jay-Z and other celebrities continues to grow, making it clear that this case could have ramifications that extend well beyond Diddy himself.
They have a lot, people want to make up stuff, but they got people who was there that was witness and speaking about it.
As the case against Scene Diddy Combs unfolds, it becomes increasingly clear that his past is catching up with him. Once seen as the embodiment of success, resilience, and influence in the entertainment world, Diddy now faces the very real possibility of a life-altering legal battle that could shatter his carefully constructed public image. While his legal team has reportedly considered the possibility of negotiating a plea deal, it remains uncertain whether prosecutors would entertain such an offer, especially given the gravity and severity of the charges against him. The stakes have never been higher, and Diddy's fate appears to be hanging in the balance as the investigation continues to gather momentum. At the same time, those who have come forward to share their stories are facing significant pushback. Several accusers have reported receiving threats, both online and in their personal lives, leading many to question whether Diddy's influence still holds sway in certain circles. Some individuals have expressed fear about speaking out, as the retaliation they face seems to suggest that the mogul's network of power and connections continues to be formidable, even in the face of mounting legal challenges. The intimidation tactics being used to silence these accusers have raised serious concerns about the lengths to which some may go to protect the status quo, further complicating an already contentious situation. The involvement of Jennifer Lopez, whether as a potential witness or merely as a figure from Diddy's past, has added yet another layer of intrigue to this already complex case. While Lopez has remained silent on the matter, her name continues to surface in discussions about what she may have known and when. Some speculators believe that her testimony could be a game changer, potentially shedding light on aspects of Diddy's behavior that have remained hidden from the public eye. Given her proximity to Diddy during the time when many of the alleged incidents took place, some argue that Lopez could provide crucial insights into his actions, offering a perspective that could either strengthen or weaken the case against him. However, not everyone believes that Lopez's involvement should be central to the legal proceedings. Some argue that focusing on her, whether in terms of her potential testimony or her past relationship with Diddy, distracts from the more pressing issues at hand. These critics contend that the attention being placed on Lopez is detracting from the real and serious allegations against Diddy, potentially diverting the public's focus from the evidence and testimonies that matter most. They stress that the case should remain focused on the victims and the truth, rather than becoming a media spectacle centered around one of Diddy's former partners. As the investigation progresses, it remains to be seen how much weight Lopez's involvement will carry in the case. Her silence has only fueled more speculation, with many wondering whether she will eventually break her silence or whether she will remain on the sidelines as the legal battle plays out. Meanwhile, the case continues to unfold with mounting pressure on Diddy's team as they grapple with the complexities of the charges and the growing list of accusers. With each new twist and turn, the stakes continue to rise, and the question of whether Diddy can escape the consequences of his past actions looms ever larger. The coming months promise to be pivotal in determining the outcome of a case that could reshape the trajectory of his career and legacy.
You don't know. You pay those lawyers to know. Those lawyers know what he's going to beat, and these lawyers know what he ain't going.
The implications of this case extend far beyond seeing Diddy calms himself, reaching into the very core of the entertainment industry. Already reeling from a series of high-profile scandals, the industry may soon be forced to confront uncomfortable truths about power, privilege, and accountability. As more details emerge, questions arise. Will additional celebrities be named as the investigation continues? Could hidden recordings reveal secrets that some powerful figures have desperately tried to keep buried? And most importantly, will justice ultimately be served for those brave enough to come forward with their stories? The future of this case remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: its potential to reshape the entertainment world is immense. If the allegations are proven true, it could mark a turning point for the industry, one where figures who once seemed untouchable are held accountable for their actions. This case may also spark a broader conversation about the abuse of power in Hollywood and beyond, pushing the industry to reevaluate its practices and confront long-standing issues that have often been swept under the rug. Yet, some argue that this is only the beginning of a much larger scandal, one that could reveal even more uncomfortable truths about the way the entertainment industry operates behind the scenes. With new evidence continuing to surface and more witnesses coming forward, the case against Diddy could eventually shine a light on a dark underbelly of celebrity culture that many would prefer to keep hidden. For now, as the world watches closely, the question remains: will this case finally expose the truth, or is it merely the first chapter in a much larger and more complex saga? As the legal proceedings unfold, the stakes are rising, and all eyes are on Diddy and the many figures connected to him. Will the case lead to accountability and justice for the victims, or will it get lost in a media frenzy that distracts from the real issues? Only time will tell how this story will unfold. But one thing is certain: the world will be watching every step of the way. We want to hear from you. Do you think this case will finally bring the truth to light, or is it just the beginning of an even larger scandal waiting to be uncovered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this unfolding story continues to develop.